Crazy Mike, CrazyMikesApps.com. Again, in the flesh. Ha ha ha. One of my favorite apps. Just because of the name. And the sound. Alright, good. Good job. This is Ask a Cop by M15. And it sells for 99 cents in the iTunes App Store. Ask a Cop. I used to be a policeman, as you all know, or maybe some of you don't, but I retired from the Tampa Police Department in Tampa, Florida, after 7.5 years. And I actually thought about doing this in a different form before I got into the iPhone. Well, you start the app and there's a disclaimer saying that all of the content contained within Ask a Cop is not to be considered as legal or professional advice and is to be used for personal entertainment purposes only. I agree. Smart on this guy's part for using that, because the first thing that can happen, as you and I all know, you could try to tell this guy or sue this guy because he gave you legal advice, which is a big no-no unless you're an attorney. So, Ask a Cop, great idea. A lot of common sense stuff you can save yourself, people, a ton of headache by the way you talk to a police officer, by the way you talk to a judge and present yourself in court for as little as a traffic ticket, by the way you deal with the authorities when you're challenged or tested. And I don't mean tested in a bad way. I mean, you're drunk and you've got a beer in your hand. If you're drunk, you're probably not going to listen to what I say or what this app says. But anyways, you may need the breathalyzer app, which I did some time ago. So, here's the deal. You open up the app, you press the disclaimer, and you've agreed. They probably record it somewhere. And you're presented with a bunch of situations. I was just pulled over for speeding. I just got an MIP, which is minor in possession of alcohol. I just got a ticket for no insurance. I just got a ticket for partying being too loud. I just got tickets for my tinted windows being too dark. Just got a ticket for running a red light. How do I improve my chances in court? How can I improve my chances when pulled over? What kind of violations get me pulled over? The cop is asking to search my car. That's a good one. My friends and I just got arrested. What can I do? What happens if I'm going to miss my court date? I was just caught driving while suspended. And the list goes on and on. So, let's see. It goes on that far. What is the difference between city, county, and state? This is a great app. I mean, there's a lot of common sense stuff in here. I give this guy credit that he beat me to the punch. But there's always room for another upgrade or an additional app, maybe one that just goes into court procedures. But again, not from an attorney. So, let's just pick one here. I like the one. I'm not going to pick them all. I'm just going to pick one. And I like this one. How do I improve my chances when pulled over? And it just runs through, it's all common sense, folks. This isn't rocket science, Be courteous and polite to the officer as humanly possible. A great attitude will go farther than you could ever imagine. Many small infractions can go overlooked if your attitude is in check. Bad attitudes will almost ensure you a ticket. Having your driver's license, registration, proof of insurance immediately accessible is good. Very good. A traffic stop is meant to go quickly as possible. It's extremely unsafe for an officer to be standing in the road. That's true. The more you do to make his stop faster, the more likely you're going to be shown some lenience. A friendly greeting and courteous behavior will often, yes sir, no sir. Crying does not work. In fact, it usually only secures you a ticket. Many people try to cry and immediately makes the officer think you're trying to get out of his ticket. Now, there's one important thing that he missed, that the developer missed in this, okay? And I'm going to go through this to make sure it's not here real quick before I sign off and tell you, good job, get the app. Further, having your driver's license ready for your driver's responsible. The officer thinks you're on top of your other insurance. Okay, great. Traffic stop as quickly as possible. The number one thing, and I don't care what you say, folks, the number one thing you can do when pulled over is be flat, brutally honest. Not honest like say, hey, you're a fat cop, or hey, you're an ugly female cop. Don't say that, okay? More like, yes, officer, I was speeding. I wasn't thinking. I had, Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, and I was reliving the 80s, okay? I am sorry. I was wrong. That is going to go a long way with any officer. And the fact that that was left out in this is kind of surprising, because anybody that's a cop knows you don't want to be lied to. You hate it. Matter of fact, if you sense somebody's giving you a load of BS, you're going to most certainly give them 1, maybe 2 tickets. Depends on what you can find. So my first tip would be, do not lie and be as honest as possible, without being a suck up or without being, critical of, obvious things. And this is, again, Ask a Cop. There's a whole bunch other things. I'm not going to blow this guy's app by telling you it all. For 99 cents is worth it. Because let me tell you, if you get out of 1 ticket, you've just paid for this app in about 150 times over if you're getting a speeding ticket. Or in Florida, it's at least $100 now for a ticket. So for 99 cents, Ask a Cop is worth the money. Till next time, Crazy Mike saying see ya.